Greetings, fellow explorers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: The Boundless Witch. Episode 10, Searching for Precious Metals. We're not super moody right now. I think what I'm going to do is burn these bodies. It might cause some tree loss around here, but like fewer corpses amongst where we frequent, the better. And I'm very of the mind of trying to tame that horse claw. Trying to think, what do you eat? Veggie, kibble. Yeah, it's very viable. It's a little bit higher of a risk given their revenge chance, but I do think having a mounted animal that can travel faster is going to be good long term. I mean, I know that we'll have the potential for a grav ship, but having a mount makes a whole lot of sense as well. Okay, last pack. And then we could do something with this cabin. If we want to like de-roof it, break it down at some point. That could even be a task for Vermeer. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll have Vermeer do it. So for now, I'm going to zone restrict myself to behind the walls. For Silent Rider, let's keep taming. Or training. As soon as he can haul, I can move all the slag and then start making steel from slag. So we're 6 of 7. And this should be a lab again. Yep. Don't make a club. I lied. We don't want it. Okay, so we're continuing on gun turrets, which was kind of the goal. We have the turrets. We have... so the only thing we don't have right now is potentially a tamed pet. So maybe we'll do that. Because we might not get it on the first try. So we're going to go ahead and try to tame the horse claw, as it is like a combat mount. And then when we do that, Silent Rider will follow us. So I'm going to say unrestricted, and the goal is to try to tame that thing. And then if it fights back, I've got cover. 54, not bad. And I wouldn't mind a fox squirrel too. We'll try that as well. 68. So we failed both, but they were pretty high chance to get them. Oh, don't put rot in here. There's no point. And this should be the haul tame for Silent Rider. Boom! He can haul! Alright, so what I'm going to do is restrict myself to behind the walls, and then I'm going to create a new zone, which is Silent Rider. And Silent Rider, actually, let's just do the copy the inside zone and invert. That'll be faster. So Silent Rider is going to be allowed to go anywhere but inside. And one of the advantages here is I'm going to create a dumping stockpile for slag and have Silent Rider get all the slag on the map so that I can quickly smelt it for steel. So zooming all the way out. I'll double click the slag. We also have a bunch of mechanoid slag, which is still slag. And this will help our steel needs because there doesn't seem to be a lot of mineable slag on the, or mineable metal on the map. So mech slag and dropship slag, drop pod slag is kind of the way to go. There's also a lot of debris like the extra striker cannons and heads and whatnot that we could bash with a a hammer at some point for it, but that's good. Good. So now the current priority is prepare to travel for 4 turrets. And we'll do that right after I get gun turret tech up. Also, let's just cut the blight and not allow resowing. There it is. Starting to get slag. Thank you. And Silent Rider will also be able to move chunks and move pollution packs and just all that good stuff. Also, if we really wanted to, we could have Vermeer be active and destroying ruins, and then have Silent Rider haul the materials for the ruins back to our base. That would cost mech energy for Vermeer, so it's something I'll consider once he hits 100% mech energy, where there's no benefit to dormant sleeping anymore, but that's another use case too. Move traps from the hauling zone? I don't think there are any. Oh, no, you're right, there are. Right there. Yeah, I don't need them to go and get the smoke leaf joints. That's a... I really... With all the addicts that have been raiding me, this looks like an engineered trap of like, hey, you want joints? Come get them! I'm gonna have like a wild man come in and like try to grab the joints and get clobbered by a trap. So the temperature in here kind of stabilized at negative 15 or 16. That's obviously going to be worse in the summer. So yeah, we're going to need a second freezer if we really want to bug-proof it, but bug-proofing is not the goal, so it's good enough for now. Where are you? Oh, okay. We don't cloud watch where it's toxic. That catalyst was a bit of a gamble to buy. I'm so glad I bought it. We won't even have to retrain hauling for another like 11 days. That's a pretty generous period of time. So I don't think I'm going to consider... I'm going to unrestrict right now to try to tame the animals. And Silent Rider should be traveling with me for that. But I don't think I'm going to consider going on my trip until my pollution... Oh, there we go. Fox Squirrel has been tamed. So you are going to be in the ranch. And I'm going to update the ranch zone to be reasonable, like actually in the ranch. So we just got pet number 2. And I might need to put food in there, I realize, but still. So you could be trained for hauling as well. And attacking guard. Awesome. Raffle timer up. And we're trying for the horse claw. Don't bite me, please. Fail. And revenge. I will attempt to do minimum harm and patch. But kidney's already destroyed. Oh, no, it died. Yeah, that sucks on the mood. Couldn't be helped. It was a matter of self-defense. It was innocent. I caused it. It was innocent because, yes, it revenged me, but I obviously initiated the whole thing, right? So, hence the blame. Is what it is. 10% chance, and it was, you know, it happened on first or second try. It's food, I suppose. At least we got the little guy. And a little fox squirrel can help guard and attack. I don't think they're like particularly vicious animals, but it's like yet another body between me and an enemy, and it also can haul. So being able to haul is a big deal. And then on top of that, it frees up the biome to support more life. So there's a possibility of other animals coming to join us as a result of that. Yes, the Fox does have a very short nuzzle timer, and I bet it's not very filthy. What's its filth? Oh, it's filth rate 1.0. It's way better than Silent Riders, I suppose. Oh, no. 1.0. That's really not a problem at all. Some animals are really filthy, where they have the filth rate much higher. I think my filth rate is 1.0. So it's basically just like having another person in the base. Which means Silent Rider doesn't really need to be zoned out of here, because it's not that bad. But all the same, raffle timer's up. So what I'm going to do now during this raffle timer is, or during this time is, try to train up the fox squirrel, for guarding, because it's going to be helpful to have another set of teeth to defend me. And at this point, because I really want a hospital bed, as I've proven the need for a hospital bed, I need to get microelectronics first. So research microelectronics for a hospital bed makes the most sense by far. Where are you going? Don't be... You know what? Hold on. Don't be eating them. I outsmarted you. I maybe made you a little too smart, but I did outsmart you just now, didn't I? You were thinking about that, weren't you? Medicine before hospital bed? Uh-oh. Avermeyer, get up. Hello, Sight Stealer. Oh, wow. Here, Will push over. New research, proximity detection. We'll also allow entity corpses down here. My pets aren't that picky about what they eat. So, cool. I got jumped by an invisible entity. Lovely. My favorite. And if we want to start researching this stuff, I'm going to need to have an entity that doesn't die, and then to be able to actually study them to learn this stuff. So, future, maybe? I don't know. So the reason why I wanted to get the microelectronics... Oh, what's this? Heatwave. Microelectronics before... is that will also speed up my research time, which carries a different, like a whole separate benefit. Congrats, Sunsu. Let's hope you're not like the other Sunsu, where you die constantly. So we have a heat wave coming in, and it is almost the first of summer, so I'm absolutely going to have to trigger a passive cooler. And I'm a little worried about, I don't know, what is the temperature tolerances here? Yeah, that's going to be rough for you, maybe, as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But you don't care. It's definitely not going to get hot enough for the, for Silent Rider to be affected. Another thing we owe this little guy is a bed. You know what? We probably could get away with a wood one. I don't think they're very large. I lower the heat target temperature of the heater, so it's not competing as much with the passive cooler already. And was it right? Yep, you fit. So as you can see, too large, but not too large. So Sun Tzu fits in there fine. So you're almost near max age, which is unfortunate. But what I'm looking to do now is to just build up on my rest. There's actually a huge reason to just like leave this map tile as the heat wave's going, because it won't be hot elsewhere. It's not like a regional heat wave. It's just this one tile. My own heat tolerance is pretty high at 42°C, which is about ambient temperature now. But inside it's 31°C, so I'm not that at risk. And worst case scenario, I could always put on like a hat or something to help with that. But I'd rather have obviously a gas mask on. But I could pair a face veil if I needed to. The heat wave actually could affect the tox packs. I saw your question. Only if the freezer gets too hot, which it isn't. It's still frozen. It's just not super frozen, but it's frozen enough in there that it's going to stop the decay. So, it was definitely a worthwhile question, and yeah, it's fine. Refugee. I am in no condition to take one, so I'm going to say no. I don't have the infrastructure for it yet. Silent Rider, have you gotten... No, there's still slag left, dude. I mean, you've done an awesome job, so honestly, that wasn't a critique, but yeah. You don't have to be idle. So once the tox buildup gets to near zero, I will venture out, and what we're hoping to do is to find plasteel, uranium, gold, you know, any of the precious metals, in order to aid us for our ability to create microanalyzers, to be able to create turrets and fabricator, etc. Look at that. It's not going to outcompete it, but it's doing a pretty good job. I'm glad we transported pollution over here, actually, because it's already at its maximum. So it wouldn't have been providing any benefit had we not. And I may leave Sun Tzu behind, because Sun Tzu's not fully trained, and, like, is not set up to guard yet. Although, very soon, maybe, yes. Maybe we'll wait until Sun Tzu can guard, and then we'll go with all pets. And leave Vermeer behind to hold down the fort. Although there'll be a, an uncontrolled mech. So they might need to come, too. I guess we all roll out. Because I can't, if you leave your mech behind, they go crazy. They go feral. Alright. One curious thing is I bet the game is going to want to sleep me. So I'm going to get a bedroll. As silly as that sounds. But also if I get sick, it's going to be helpful to have a thing that allows me to recuperate. So I'm going to make a bedroll for travel. Even though my character never sleeps. Yeah, a mech can be alone, but you can draft them. That's true. I mean, it would require me to be... Well, actually, no, I don't know if that's true. Cargo pods. Ooh, Mastodon wool. You know, I'm gonna, grab that right now via caravanning. Oh, sorry, Silent Rider. I didn't realize Silent Rider would be taken around for a ride. Actually, let's add you to the caravan and just, like, load up the slag, too, while we're here. You can take it. Wait, come back. Where are you going? Yo, what are you doing? He's like, no, this isn't a real caravan. I'm ignoring that. Yeah, I'm sure he was going to the parking spot. But even when I was drafting, he was like, I don't care. Ooh, rain. That's going to also decay the tox packs way faster. Which is, like, maybe a good thing. So you did get guard. Let's have you... Yeah, you're still being trained for attack. And let's do it. Let's go over to an adjacent tile now. So I'm going to go to the easiest one, as this is the first time we're going to be off tile. So for uncontrolled mech. So how long does it take for an uncontrolled mech to go feral? I think that it shouldn't be too long. So I'm going to try to leave Vermeer behind. I think it should be okay. As far as travel supplies go, we'll get... Oh, I actually doesn't even recognize that I need the bedroll. So I'm going to leave it behind. What I will take, though, is kibble. Well, they should graze. I think they'll be able to graze. So I'm just going to wing it. There we go. We are looking for ore for turrets. Seriously? Seriously. Kimmy. Seriously. Doesn't really matter, because, like, the traps will kill him, but just for real. For freaking real. Are you kidding? Like, it was within a second of me leaving, and the Edekin was like, haha, I'm here to fight you. Like, you were just waiting for me to leave. You were afraid of a 14-year-old because she'd mess your face up. You're 95, you have dementia, frail, and bad back. Never mind, I don't even have to fight you. You're fighting inevitability already. You already got 2 feet in the grave with like a finger outside of it going, excuse me, I'm still alive. Yeah. The future is now, old lady. Or are you, man? Yeah, no, you're a lady. All right. Looking for ore because that 95-year-old is not going to survive. Okay, I did have kibble on. Wait, isn't that your meds that you're supposed to have on your body? Yes, it is. Whatever. There's 2 meds that didn't get packed. All right, here we go. Gold first. None. Plasteel. None. Uranium. None. I guess I don't really care at that point. I'm sure there's components in steel, but, like, that was not important. Ancient Dangers. I don't think I have the manpower to, like... Well, I mean, if I mined up a whole bunch of steel and, like, set up spike traps, I could take on an Ancient Danger, but that takes a bit of time. But I don't even see an Ancient Danger. Okay, we're out of here. That was a quick one. Hang on, don't run hack. And what is even going on with you? Are you gonna make it? I guess you'll make it. Nope. Oh, loser. You couldn't even make it to my door. You failed at an attack of an abandoned base. I don't even know. You're a legend in the worst way possible. You're like A porch pirate who tripped on the curb and went unconscious. I have absolutely no sympathy. Alright, let's try this again. Uranium. Yes. There is. Gold. I see the ancient danger. Yes. Next to the uranium. I'm in the money. And then Plaz. Yes. Kind of on the other side of the map. Alright. I'm going to focus on the... this stuff here, as it's probably more important. I'm going to start mining the uranium. And then the gold. Okay. Pets. Be near me. So we are getting attacked by a pest. 30-year-old Starjack. Oh wow, that's going to be a pathetic attempt. Starjacks, for reference, have awful melee. So this dude has a melee of -5. I mean, technically 0, but -5, and he wants to fight me? Yeah, have fun with that. So what do you want on your headstone? Is moron, was moron, forever will be known as moron? I'm gonna go with yes. That will be your epitaph. Alright, I'm building roof zone so I can mine in the dark a little faster with a torch. I don't want rain to put the torch out. And then if you're wondering about Kimmy, yeah, Kimmy's dead. The heat wave killed Kimmy, plus Kimmy's other compiled health problems. So yeah, I didn't need to do anything there. That's funny, the 2 raids. This person lost to my map tile. I mean, fair enough. It is hot, it's toxic. You shouldn't be here without, you know, considerable preparation. And then the other one is gonna lose to probably Silent Rider. And, like, I'm okay with that. That works for me. Also wouldn't mind a little recreation. We're still getting over that poor horse claw that I'm... So we, in this map tile, not that I have a lot of material, but there's fluffalopes. Fluffalopes are like fluffy, woolly antelopes that are also toximmune and native to this tile. I'd love to have some, but they just aren't naturally occurring just yet. Alright, and here comes the pests. Will I even need to tell my people to attack? Nope. Yep. Well, as stated, is moron, was moron, forever will be known as moron, has lost to a 14-year-old girl who started in the woods naked. I warned him. I warned him that his legend was gonna be diminished, and he chose to ignore my warnings. So here we are. Witch now has killed 3 people, and that was the first human. Human, bug, and entity. Your consciousness is hanging on at 10. Yeah, you're never getting up. I don't know how much carry weight we have. I don't have a concept of, like, what our carry weight is. So let's see what it can be if we took all this uranium. So we're about half full or so. So I'm going to do 1 more unit of uranium, and then the rest will be gold, because gold is lighter, and I want gold. What I could do, it's a little cheese, but what I could do is leave this site up. What will happen is half of my attacks will be directed here, which is a little unfortunate. So I'm going to have you guys decide whether you want me to do that or not. Should we keep this temp site or abandon. So keeping it would give us the opportunity to come back for more uranium. The plasteel, I'll probably end up getting all the gold because gold's not that heavy. But it's less cheese if we abandon it because you can't resettle it. And there was also an ancient danger, at least one. Plasteel. Yeah, probably just the one ancient danger, but there's an ancient danger here which might have tech prints and might have... I don't think ancient soldiers are ever children, so it's never going to have a recruit, but it has some stuff. Alright, so we're going to put a caravan pack spot here, and then I'll stick all of this in a stockpile zone, and we're almost ready to go. Looks like you guys want me to keep it. Oh, you know what? Let's get a little bit more uranium. I have more weight. I mean, gold is so weightless in this game, which is funny because in real life it's like a heavy metal. But all right, we're gonna keep this site, even if it directs half the raids down here. I think I earned it with how much BS I had to deal with so far. Kimmy, you are not dead yet. Might as well be, though. That's good enough. Jeddick, thank you for the resub. Okay, we off. We probably honestly forage more tox plums than we even consume. Oh, isn't that... Wait, what tile are you on? Yep, they're attacking nothing. So this is exactly why I said it was a little cheese, is like, this impid is fighting an empty map. It might, like, destroy my torch or my wooden horseshoe pin, but like, oh no! Yeah, it directs half your attacks elsewhere. And Kimmy's dead. Also, came in with a single smoke leaf joint. I don't know what the deal is with their weed, but there's a weed problem in this vicinity of the world for some reason. I can't explain it, but it's like nearly every time. Claim the danger? Oh, that would be cheese too far. You can do that where like you trigger them. So the one issue with that, however, I will say, Breakfire, is if the ancient danger is mechs in nature, it's actually, in my opinion, more dangerous to have mechs uncontained, because then I won't be able to return to the map tile without, like, the setup of traps or whatever. Whereas if there are mechs in here, and I prepare wisely where I have a bunch of spike traps, I can kill the mechs well before they become a threat. So, claiming the ancient danger to have this impid bash it open can cause me to lose the map tile effectively. Without overwhelming force to be able to deal with, like, a centipede. Because there could be, like, you know, imagine a situation where there's 2 centipedes in there. They're going to kill that impid in a second. And then I'll never be able to come back, because if I come back, there's 2 centipedes that are actively hunting me. So, I'd rather have the plasteel and uranium than an open danger, I think. We're almost home. Yep. I think we're net positive tox plums. It's kind of funny. And the current priority is build fireproof turrets. So once I have some fireproof turrets, question is what to do next. I could add infrastructure for human habitation. I could add infrastructure for non-toxic ranching. I could build a proper bedroom and hospital. Or work towards it. I could expand farming for fertile soil and irrigation, or viewer suggestions. Polls up. 5 minutes. Let me know. Whoa, did I rotate? Did I just do a barrel roll on my camera? I think I did. I don't know how. Well, now there's literally nothing to raid here, but I'm sure I'll get raids all the same. And we only ended up getting about, like, almost no toxic buildup. That's fantastic. So one of the things I was thinking about doing with the gold is researching the prestige robe. The prestige robe, for reference, is fabric / leather with some gold, right? It does require gold, if I'm not mistaken, but it does provide toxic environment resistance, which would be great. So that might be worth going down the tree for. You know, to have a full resist, you know, with mask and robe. And hospital and bedroom is the popular choice. Oh, I don't need to refuel that, my bad. So far. I mean, you still have time to vote, of course. Alright, security. So what I want to do is I want to put, like, uranium mini turret. Maybe I'll put one... what I really want to do is they open the door and it's like, say hello to my little friend when they raid me. But also have some, like, in and around the base for other security. This is not going to be attractive, mind you. Oh, also, animals, you can quit shadowing me. So I'm just going to run power chaotically into the middle of the room. I know I'm basically out of steel, so it's going to be a slightly annoying to have to, like, get the steel for it. And part of me thinks it would be wiser to also build a smelter in the process, so that I could smelt all this, like, harder... Like, look at all this beautiful slag. It's delicious. Smelt all the slag that our dear pet has been diligent in hauling. I'm gonna add another slag zone. So this is slag 1. This is slag 2. So after all that rain, we have 3 stacks, and they're almost fully decayed, which at that rate, they all just go out at once. If we wanted to speed it up faster, I could have thrown Molotovs at it, but the risk of burning a Pollux tree in the process of throwing Molotovs just wasn't worth it. Because they will decay over time, one off the stack, but if the entire stack rots from just, like, being out in the open, then it's all at once. That's how that works, if you're wondering. Now, the only issue, I mean, I really want the security added with turrets. The issue that I foresee, however, is that steel is not an abundant resource that we have a lot of access to, and it's going to be a little tricky to, like, source all steel for reloads. So I think it's great that we're going to have turrets to protect us. And it's a great thing to fall back on, and we can reposition them, etc., etc., etc. But it's not a cure-all because steel availability is the worst. Why are you following me? Oh, you're getting stuff. Yeah, I don't know why my tile is just all Omus. There's, like, no variety at all, just by chance or luck or whatever. Another thing I could do is to have a low tier steel site here. So I'll put a hull zone here low of raw resources. So any raw resources on the map, Silent Rider, or eventually Sun Tzu, when Sun Tzu can haul, will haul to that zone. So that way they can also haul steel for me. Is this a uranium turret? It is indeed. Alright, so there's one. And I'm going to want a few. I'll put another one like here, which covers most of the farm. Put another one in my actual farm so I can fall back to it. Just a little variety here and there. A little everywhere. What are you doing? Oh, because it's a non-polluted zone. No, Witch, don't do that. It's funny, they have pollution stimulus, so pollution they don't mind pollution, but they like actively avoid it as well. It's a kind of a curious thing. Like, do you like pollution? Do you not like pollution? I'm not sure. Okay, so we had an entire stack just out just now. It's deteriorating quicker because of the acidic smog. I'm batching to get a lot more steel so that once the slag is done, Silent Rider can actually help us haul the steel as well. And then we'll turn some of that steel into a smelter over here as well. Does this have an Ambu habitat modifier? It does not. There's no modifiers here. This tile is granite, slate, limestone, mountain, elevation 38 meters. So basically sea level, mountainous, grow period, 2/3 of a year. Rainfall is decent. Super, super, super toxic, 97%. It was probably 100 when I started, and I've like removed some. Probably. Can't say for sure. Oh, come on. Haul more than 28. I hate when they just fill up the remainder of the shelf. They should never do that. Set up an outdoor stockpile or shelf for low priority hauling. Done. Animal hauling. I guess I didn't name it, but I already have it. And this is toxplums. Toxplums are a juicy fruit. That makes me want gum. A juicy fruit that have beneficial healing effects for those suffering from toxic buildup. So if we manage to cultivate these, it would be a way for us to negate some problems. Of course, I myself don't eat them, but they would be useful for other colonists. Now, in order to do that, we would need to irrigate toxic soil so that it had higher fertility status, and then plant them there. So there's nowhere right now where I could cultivate that. So it would require extra effort. But that's something I could grow. Okay, so that's turn number 2. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, The Boundless Witch, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries marathon. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow witches and warlocks.